Hey y'all, long time no see. Um, no real reason for it. It just quit making videos. Okay, the one for today is about M Cosmetics, EM, and that is by Michelle Phan. And the reason I'm doing this is because I just keep reading and seeing all these snarky, sour grape comments that amount to because I can't afford it, it must suck. So I thought we would talk about a few things with this new cosmetic line. First of all, this is not a drugstore line, so there's no point comparing the prices to a drugstore product because it's not. This is meant to be a high-end product. The second thing I hear is, oh, well, it's not worth it because MAC and Urban Decay and Stila have been around for so long, and I know they're established brands. I'm 48 years old. I remember when those brands first came out. And guess what? They were not drugstore priced. So that is an invalid argument to say that you don't think that a product that isn't established should have a high price point because it just doesn't work that way. You can't start selling a shadow at $2 and then a year later you decide you're going to jack it up to $16. It doesn't work that way. The next point is Michelle Phan doesn't set these prices. L'Oreal Corporation sets the prices, just as they do for their L'Oreal Cosmetics, their Giorgio Armani Cosmetics, and their Lancome Cosmetics. Other complaints have been that some of them have similar ingredients. Well, there's only so many formulas for cosmetics, just as there is only so many factories that actually produce these things. So yes, the lipstick formula may be the same because you know what works in a lipstick formula. So anyway, let's not compare it to drugstore prices, and let's understand that once upon a time MAC was a brand new line and they were not selling at drugstore prices. Urban Decay was a brand new line. They did not sell at drugstore prices. On and on and on. Now, I'm going to show you some of the actual products. I bought these with my own hard-earned money. I was not given these to review. I wasn't sent them as a gift. I shelled out the money for them. And these are first impressions. I have not worn them over a period of time yet. When I have had at least 2 or 3 weeks to wear these things, then I will let you know how it is on the wearability. But for first impressions, let me show you what I have. I still have the same crap lighting I've always had, which was one of the reasons why I quit doing videos. I just have crappy lighting. But I feel strongly enough about some of these ignorant opinions that's being thrown around that I decided I would just go on and do this. To me, to low rate something you've never tried is the same as a 2-year-old toddler saying they don't like broccoli when they've never tried it. So, let's start. The first thing I ordered was the Life Palette in Day. Now, it comes with a style card that shows you one look you can achieve with each of the quadrants. The second thing a lot of people have bitched about is they say that the packaging looks flimsy or cheap. This is a heavy palette. This is not flimsy. You can't mash it down. Okay? Now, this is part of what made it so worthwhile for me. You're getting 4 palettes in one. And it's not just eyeshadows, okay? You're getting lips, cheek, and eye. They not only coordinate within each individual quadrant, the palette as a whole coordinates amongst itself. So all 36 colors really work with each other. Now, I don't know if it's showing up on screen, but there is something really ingenious about this. You get this little tool. Let's see if I can get it in here. There it is. This is a little tool, and if you will look on the palette, there's a little bitty indent by each pan. Now, the pans are magnetic, so you just put the little tool in there and it pops it straight out. You're not having to use butter knives, you're not having to heat things from the bottom, you don't have to poke it up from the bottom, or whatever other ways you have depotted shadows. I have destroyed many shadows depotting them. I don't have that problem with this. The little tool, let's see if I can pop one out for you. That little tool took that right out and it pops back in. Okay, now obviously this is big and bulky and you wouldn't want to put it in your purse. Aha! For now, when you're ordering a Life palette, guess what? And it does have a mirror. This is your travel palette. So all the colors in your Life palette, all you got to do, pop them in here. Very nice. I like the packaging. I know there's been a lot of complaints because it's white. I'm tired of just black makeup packaging, so I really like this a lot. And again, that is sturdy. What else can I tell you? Okay, I'll show you the second palette I got. This is the thing for career. This is the career palette. Now, while some of these may look like similar colors for the day palette, they're not. I had no repeat colors between these two palettes. Another thing, this is one of the things I hate with palettes. A lot of times you will buy a palette and there will be one color that you just absolutely love and you run out of it and the company doesn't make that color as a single eyeshadow that you can purchase. So if you want that color, you have to buy a whole nother palette. And I don't like this. But these, the Life palettes, they will, all the colors will be refillable. The refills are not on the website yet because frankly, nobody's had time to use one up and need a refill. But they are coming. Okay, let me show you some other products. When I put in my order for the day palette, I also bought this lip palette. This is rose. It does come with a small little. Another reason why I quit doing videos, I suck at it. It comes with a little lip brush, and in here you're getting 6 lip colors and this little empty area right here where you can custom mix your own colors. And this was $28. I like it because I could put this in my purse instead of having multiple lipsticks rattling around. So, these don't seem to be refillable. So I may not rebuy this. If they make one that's refillable in the future, I might get it, but for now, this one is not refillable. On the first day, if you made a $75 order, there was, or no, $55 order on the very first day that it launched. With a coupon code, you got a free lip balm. And this color is Lollipop. Now, I'm not crazy about this. First of all, my least favorite form of lip gloss is in a pot because I don't like digging my finger in it. I wouldn't, well, it calls itself a lip balm. To me, it's too thick and not creamy feeling enough to be a lip balm. It's more like a slightly sticky gloss, and it does not have a lot of color payout, but that could be, I'm not wearing any lipstick or gloss or anything right now, but I have very dark lips. So just because it doesn't show up on me, it doesn't mean it wouldn't show up on somebody with lighter lips. But for now, um, this is not a product that I personally would purchase. And I'm glad I got it free on that very first day as a gift with purchase, because it's killed my curiosity, and I know this is not something that I would buy. The second order I made had a coupon for Ipsy subscribers, and the free product that you could get with a $60 purchase is this eyeliner, and the color is turquoise. Yeah, I can see all my freckles. If you are old enough to remember the 80s, or if you've looked at a lot of pictures of Princess Diana, um, she would always line her bottom waterline with a turquoise liner, and it was, just a touch either frosty or metallic, but this is that shade of blue, so it took me just straight back to the 80s. I mean, I wouldn't wear it on my bottom waterline because to me that's just too loud. I would probably just gently right above, try it at least. Can y'all see that? Didn't smear, didn't smudge. It stayed put. The first swatch that I put on of the eyeliner, I washed my hands 3 times and I still had some eyeliner on my hand. So that's pretty good. Now, I'm going to do a swatch comparing 3 different companies. This is my Naked Basics. And I'll tell you the truth, I don't own the Naked 1 or Naked 2 because I don't want to pay $50 for just eyeshadows. I had no problem paying $75 for the Life palette because it's refillable, because it's 4 palettes in one, and because you get the cheek and lip with it. The only thing you need to add to the Life palette is a foundation and mascara in your set. Okay, my other palette that I'm going to swatch from, hard to cover up these mirrors. Okay, this is my Nude Tude palette from the Balm. Now I'm going to try to find colors that are similar to each other. They may not be dupes, but I am going to swatch stuff that is the same finish, as in like a matte finish. So I'm going to go into this brown. You see that? That's the Urban Decay. That color is faint. I am going to go into the next one I'm doing. It's going to be this color here, the Sultry in the Nude Tude. Using a different finger. Let me get this where y'all can see it. Okay. Now I'm going to take a matte color from the Michelle Phan. I'm going to use this color right here. This is from the Day palette. Again, using a different finger. Here we go. Now, okay, the top one is the Michelle Phan. The middle is the Balm. The bottom is Urban Decay. Now, what is true of all matte shadows is they can go on a little bit chalky. I did not feel, as I applied it to my arm, any real difference at all in this. Also, when you're swatching shadows, the first place you touch down with either your finger or your brush is always going to be where the heaviest layer of color is. So again, here you go. You can look at them for yourself. Urban Decay. This one right here, this middle one, that is from the Balm. And this one right here is M Cosmetics by Michelle Phan. Okay. They went on the same for me. The color payoff. Actually, the Michelle Phan color payoff when you streaked it. Let me see if you can see it. I got a better color layout than I did to this point on the Urban Decay, which faded right out. Let's see if I can get it close enough for y'all to see that difference. Do you see how long the tail part is of each one of these colors? And that's your Urban Decay, the one that kind of fades out quickly. I'm not sure what else I can tell you, except that if you're going to listen to other people's opinions about this, listen to somebody who owns the product and has used it. I mean, not these sour grape people who say, oh, I can't afford it, so obviously it must suck. It costs more than the drugstore. I'm only 14. How can I afford it? It's not aimed at you, you know? Plus, when I was 14, I was babysitting and tutoring and I was earning my own money. So you got to keep all these things into account. It's not a drugstore line. It's not meant to be drugstore priced. The color payoffs I'm getting are just as good, in my opinion, to my Urban Decay palette and my Nude Tude by the Balm palette. And I just don't know what else to tell you. I mean, it's refillable. I think of it as, there's only 2 of these palettes I was interested in. And the whole palette, I only have to make that investment once. Because as I need refills, I can buy them separately. I'm not going to be shelling out $75 for a whole new palette to replace one color. So again, just if you're going to be looking for people's opinions, try to find an informed one. I don't expect everybody to love this. I mean, like I said, I don't own the Naked 1 or Naked 2 palettes because, in my opinion, for me personally, they are not worth it. I know everybody else just says they're the greatest things in the world, but they are colors in both palettes that I would never use. And I don't want to buy a new palette if I run out of a color I do like. So, to me, this is a good value. This works out to $2.08 per color, even if the colors are different sizes. And I know that's another thing that people say, how can you compare the prices if the pans are a different size? The only place I know that are selling individual colors, little tiny palette things like that, that can pop in and out of a compact for cheaper than $2.03 is e.l.f. e.l.f.'s biggest downfall, in my opinion, the eyeshadows. I have tons of e.l.f. products. I'm an e.l.f. girl. I love e.l.f. But their eyeshadows are not the best. And for the people who are saying that this looks like something you would get at Claire's, oh, come on. I have never seen anything remotely close to this at Claire's. I mean, people just drag statements out of their ass and they wave it around like it's the gospel truth. So, this is just my opinion. Again, I did not get these free. I did not get compensated. Nobody asked me to do this. and I'm not getting rewarded. This is strictly one 48-year-old woman's opinion who has a lot of experience with makeup and I have seen lines come and I've seen lines go. And for me personally, it was a good value. I hope this helps somebody if they're making the decision whether they want to buy these products or not. Again, I think the Life palettes are a winner. This is $15. I would say keep the $15 in your pocket. The eyeliner is good, but I would not have paid $20 for it. So I say yes to the Life palettes, no to the lip balm, and to the eyeliner. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Take care. Bye-bye.